Magandang araw mga kabarangay. So nandito ulit ako si Sir Pops making another video for my students in grade 10. So Science 10 pa rin tayo pero quarter 3 na, third quarter. So I already had this video, quarter 3 week 1, role of hormones. Ito po siya. And female reproductive system. Role of hormones in male and female reproductive system. And the other video is what we call feedback mechanism in female reproductive system. So these are the two learning activity sheets we already had, and today we're going to have the third one para sa ating third week. So students, please watch this video para mas maintindihan nyo kung paano nyo sasagutan yung inyong last. So parang ano na rin siya, tutorial na rin. Kasi medyo mahirap maintindihan kapag wala ka talagang background knowledge about the things that you want to learn. Okay? So, kung hindi pa po kayo nakasubscribe sa channel na to, please do so, subscribe to my channel, and please hit that notification bell para updated kayo sa lahat ng mga videos na lalabas sa channel na to. So, let's start. So, the title of our learning activity sheet is Homeostasis. Ayan. Homeostasis ang magiging title natin. Okay? So, introduction. All of the systems within the body interact with one another to keep an organism healthy. Although each system has specific functions, they are all interconnected and dependent on one another. So, I put a picture of the nervous system here. Ayan. The nervous system, refer to figure 1, controls various organs of the body directly, while the endocrine system is the collection of glands that produce hormones that regulate metabolism, growth, and development, tissue function, sexual function, reproduction, sleep, and mood, among other things. So dito, naglagay ako ng picture ng nervous system kasi na dun sa previous sa previous learning activity sheet, meron ng picture ng endocrine gland. So medyo familiar na yung mga bata doon. Dito kasi bago to sa grade 10 student natin. Kaya naglagay ako ng picture na if you're going to refer to the picture, meron tayong nervous system. There are three main parts of the nervous system. We have the brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves. So this system is the one that controls all the movement of our body, voluntarily or involuntarily. Now, what is the milk? The milk, or the most essential learning of this LAS, is describe how the nervous system coordinates and regulates these feedback mechanisms to maintain homeostasis. Now, sa title pa lang, medyo hindi ka nagaganahan sa title kasi you don't have any idea about homeostasis, di ba? So, please stay lang kasi maintindihan nyo rin yung homeostasis later on sa video na to. Okay, what are the objectives? Define the role of the nervous system. Ayan na natin. Define the role of the nervous system and endocrine system in maintaining homeostasis. Ayun na, mapasok na. Identify the importance of maintaining homeostasis in our body. No? Explain how nervous system works together with endocrine system to maintain homeostasis. So, these are the roles that you need to meet, the objectives na kailangan mong makuha in order to understand this lesson. Now, let's proceed to activity number 1. So, the title of the activity is Where is my notes? No? Where is my notes? Because you are like observing an interview and then you are taking down your notes. No? Parang ganun ang mangyayari. Now, let's read the direction. From the conversations below, answer the guide questions. Write your answer in the answer sheet. Now, the students, dear students, you're going to read the conversation that is actually happening. Now, for figure 1, this is the conversation number 1. Mr. T, how are you? How are you? Can you answer this question? What are the major organ systems responsible for coordinated functions in human body? Now, so sasagot si Mr. T. It's easy, Sir Avila. So this one is Sir Avila. This one is Mr. T. It's easy, Sir Abela. The two major organ systems are endocrine system and nervous system. So these two are like talking to each other. Now, very good. Let's proceed to the next one. Sabi ni Mr. Abela, what are the roles of this system? Sasagot si Mr. T, the endocrine system contains a group of glands that release hormones into the body. Nervous system is a system of cells, tissues, and organs that regulates the body's responses to internal and external stimuli. Okay. Pag sinabi nating internal and external stimuli, these are pag sinabi nating external, ito yung nakikita ng yung nakukuha ng five senses natin. Halimbawa, may nakita ka, nag-respond yung katawan mo. May naamoy ka, nag-respond yung katawan mo. May narinig ka, nag-respond yung katawan mo. So, yung mga yung nakukuha ng ating five senses, these are what we call external stimuli. Ano naman yung internal stimuli? Pag sinabi nating internal stimuli, these are the changes na nangyayari sa loob ng katawan natin. Internal siya. No? Halimbawa, halimbawa lang, may sakit ka sa puso. So, that is an internal stimuli and your body will actually react to that. No? May sakit ka sa liver, your body will react to that. Mababa yung dugo mo, mataas yung dugo mo, blood pressure. So, those are what we call internal stimuli. So, our body, nervous system is reacting to that. No? Yun yung conversation number 2. Conversation number 3. Final question, Mr. T. It is defined as the process through which the level of one substance influence the level of another substance. Sasagot naman si Mr. T. I know that, Sir Avila, it's the feedback mechanism. Now, from these three conversation 1, conversation 2, and conversation 3, you will be answering a guide question. So, tingin ko, kayang-kaya nyo itong sagutan because you are just going to refer on figure 1, figure 2, and figure 3 or the conversation. So, number 1 question, identify the two systems that coordinate with each other to perform their functions. So, nandun yun sa conversations. How are we going to explain feedback mechanism? Again, nandito yan sa conversation. And number 3, explain the difference between nervous system and endocrine system. So, this is, activity 1 is just a review, no? So, review lang yan. Magiging parang review lang siya. Now, let's go to the concept and idea. So, I think hindi kayo magkakaproblema dyan. One of the most significant differences between the nervous system and endocrine system is that the nervous system uses electrical impulses to send messages through neurons, while endocrine glands use hormones to send messages to the target cells through the bloodstream. Now, we have now the differences. So, we have this nervous system here. Again, may figure ulit tayo, figure 4. We have here the nervous system and we have here the endocrine system. Now, the difference is that, similarity muna, yung similarity nila, they are both sending signals throughout the body. No? Nagbibigay sila ng signal doon sa ating katawan. Kaya lang, ang pagkakaiba lang, the difference is that, yung pagbibigay nila ng signal ay magkaiba. So, nervous system is through electrical impulses, parang kuryente na pinapadaloy, parang ganon. Electrical impulses are the messengers in the nervous system. 'Di ba pag mas mabilis kang gumalaw because your brain is ordering your body to move. So ganun siya kabilis. No, halimbawa, itaas mo ang kamay mo, tataas ka agad yung kamay. Okay? I-close mo yung fist mo, yung palad mo, i-close mo siya, orderan mo siya, nagko-close ka agad siya. So ganun kabilis. What your mind thinks, kung ano yung gustong sabihin ng utak mo, yun yung gagawin ng katawan mo. While the endocrine system, sabi natin, nagsisend siya ng signal, pero mabagal. Okay? Bakit mabagal? Because it uses hormones. Hormones are chemical messengers in the endocrine system that target cells through the bloodstream. So, dumadaan siya sa daluyan ng dugo ng ating katawan. At ang target niya ay yung specific na cell sa katawan natin. For example, sa pituitary gland, ang target niyan, ang ni-release niya kadalasan, ang marami siyang hormones na ni-release. Example lang to, FSH or follicle stimulating hormone. Ang target niyan ay papunta sa ovary. So ibig sabihin, dadaan muna sa dugo o sa daluyan ng dugo yung follicle stimulating hormone. Medyo mabagal siya and then hanggang sa makarating siya kay ovary or kay testes. So sa dugo siya dumadaan kaya medyo mabagal. But anyway, kahit mabagal siya, meron pa rin siyang may dahilan kung bakit siya mabagal mag-send, no? O mabagal yung reaction ng katawan natin sa mga hormones. So hindi naman dapat pareho. So ang gusto kong sabihin dito, yung pagkakaiba nila is how they send signals through the body. And they are actually both controlled by our brain. Okay, guide question B. Identify the main parts of the nervous system. Just look at this picture para masagutan nyo. List the different parts of the endocrine system. So, nandito siya. Look at that picture. And then, if the brain is the primary part of the nervous system, what do we call messengers used by our brain to communicate with the rest of the body? So, nandyan din yun. Sagot. How do you think our endocrine system communicates? What do they use as their messengers? Ito yung pinaka highlight ng guide question B. Do you think endocrine system works without nervous system? Ayan. So, sa mga sinabi natin kanina, tingin nyo ba mag-work ang endocrine system without the nervous system? Now, let's go to the next one. Activity number 2. Where do I belong? Arrange the words in figure 5 whether they are under the endocrine system or nervous system. Write your answer in the answer sheet. So, dito, gagawin mo, identify mo lang kung ano yung mga belong sa endocrine system and ano yung mga belong sa nervous system. So, naglagay na ako ng example, grade 10 students, para mas madali sa inyo sagutan, no? For example, we have the glands. Pag sinabi natin glands, ito yung endocrine gland, no? Ito yung mga glands or part ng endocrine system na nagsisecrete ng hormones. While the nervous system, ito naman yung brain naman ay under siya ng nervous system. So, may mga example na tayo. Ito na yung susunod yung gagawin. Saan nyo ilalagay sa hormones, saan nyo ilalagay sa nerves, electrical impulses, saan nyo ilalagay si neurons, si ovary, saan nyo ilalagay. Ayan. So, tingin ko mas madali ito. Okay. Now, let's go to the next one. Figure 5. Ito yung figure 5 natin. So, sa nervous system natin, sa next concept natin, ito siya. Nervous system working together with endocrine system to maintain homeostasis. Ito na yung pinaka-topic natin. Nervous system working together with endocrine system to maintain homeostasis. Most body systems maintain homeostasis by using feedback mechanisms. Okay? So, to maintain a homeostasis, it uses feedback mechanisms. Control din natin yan. Highlight natin siya. When the brain receives messages from the body about an internal change in one of its systems, it works to restore the system to its normal state. So, ibig sabihin, pag ang katawan natin ay, halimbawa, nagkasakit ka. So, ibig sabihin, mainit. Halimbawa, mataas ang yung temperatura, may lagnat ka. No? Our brain already knows that, no? That something is happening to our body. Alam ni brain yan. Okay. So, anong gagawin niya para ma-restore? So, para bumalik sa dating normal temperature yung ating katawan. So, sometimes, pag mainit yung katawan natin, ang nangyayari sa katawan natin is pinagpapawisan tayo, di ba? So, to make it cool down. Okay? So, pag may lagnat ka, mataas ang temperatura mo, our body will start to, ano bang sa English ng pinagpapawisan? So, pinagpapawisan tayo, di ba? Ayun. So, yun, bumabalik sa dati yung normal, bumabalik sa normal yung katawan natin. And that is because our brain knows something, no? Na may nangyayari sa loob ng katawan natin. That is what we call internal change. When it comes to hormones, the level of hormones in the body are controlled by feedback. Ayan na, mag-work na silang dalawa. Endocrine system and nervous system. It is important that the amount of hormones in our body is kept at the right level. The endocrine system plays an important part in homeostasis. Okay. To achieve homeostasis, homeostasis is defined as the state reach when each part of the body functions in equilibrium with every other part. The nervous and endocrine system maintain a normal range of the following variables. So, ito nga yung sinabi natin, body temperature, amount of water in the body. So, anong mangyayari dito tayo sa amount of water in the body? Anong mangyayari kapag uminom ka ng uminom ng tubig? 'Di ba? So, your body will actually respond to that, no? Your brain will actually respond to that, and the whole body. So, what will happen is, pag uminom ka ng uminom ng marami, ang mangyayari is maiihi ka. Tama po ba? No? So, hindi natin alam, that is actually the response of our body to what we are trying to do. Amount of metabolic waste in the cell, blood calcium level, hormones in the blood. So, ganun din, no? Sa hormones in the blood naman, detect din ng brain natin kung sobra ng dami ng hormones or sobrang konti ng hormones, kaya magre-react siya. So, ito, sa endocrine system at si nervous system, they work hand in hand. Halimbawa, pag sumobra na sa endocrine system sa mga hormones na nirelease niya, kikilos ng si nervous system para ipatigil yung pagre-release ng mga hormones. Activity 3, MI balance. Pag may question po kayo, i-comment nyo lang po sa baba ng video na to. Observe figure number 6 and answer the guide question. Write your answer in the answer sheet. Okay, figure 6. What will happen once a weight is added to one side of the weighing scale while the other side is empty? So, ito yung tinutukoy niya, weighing scale natin. No? So, that is a very basic question. Basic question needs basic answer. What will happen once a weight is added to one side of the weighing scale? So, anong mangyayari sa kanya? Yun. Kaya niya itong sagutin. If the empty side has weight added to it and the weight is more than the first side, what will happen? Okay? What would be the effect if both sides of the weighing scale will have the same weight? Ano kaya yun? Kung parehas sila ng bigat, anong mangyayari? Compare your body to the weighing scale. Ito na. Compare your body to the weighing scale. What will happen if one system of your body malfunctions? Halimbawa, si digestive system, nag-malfunction siya. So, ano mangyayari sa katawan natin? Halimbawa, si respiratory system, nag-malfunction siya. Ano mangyayari sa katawan natin? So, yun yung inaan natin. Okay? What particular body system work hand in hand to maintain balance in our body? So, again, nakasulat siya dito. Okay. Now, let's have a very basic example. Ito yan. Normal blood sugar regulation. Highlight lang natin ulit. Yan. Normal blood. Ito yung example on how, this is just one of the many examples that we have, no? On how endocrine system work with nervous system. The human body maintains constant level of glucose throughout the day. Observe figure 7. So, ito siya. After a meal, blood glucose, type of sugar. Glucose is a type of sugar. After a meal, blood glucose levels rise. No? So, lalo na kung sobrang dami mong kinain na kanin or rice, so it will make your blood glucose level rise because rice is a carbohydrate. Ang kanin po ay carbohydrate, and then after you consume carbohydrates, that carbohydrates will be converted into glucose, transported from the small intestine into the bloodstream. In response to this, the pancreas, the sensor, releases insulin into the bloodstream where it acts as a hormone. So, ito na yung nangyayari kung bakit kahit madami kang kinain na kanin, wala pa rin nangyayari sa katawan mo, no? Hindi ka pa rin nakakaramdam ng kung ano man sa katawan mo. Because our body is responding to the internal and external stimulus. So, let's have this figure. Observe the figure. Okay. So, we have 1 here and we have 2 here. 1 and 2. Now, let's focus on 1 muna. So, yung arrow niya mula dito, papunta dito. Ayan. And then, it will maintain homeostasis. Okay. Yung 2, ganun din. Sa baba naman. 1, 2. Figure 7. Kung hanggang liver hanggang dito. Now, let's explain number 1. Ano yung nakikita nyo sa picture? So, bakit tumaas ang kanyang blood glucose ang kanyang glucose level. Bakit siya tumaas ang glucose sa dugo? So, kasi kumain siya ng napakaraming cake, no? Sweet. So, dahil kumain siya ng sweet, so ibig sabihin, tataas yung sugar mo sa katawan, blood level sugar or blood glucose sugar. So, in response to that, our brain will actually detect that because that is a stimulus. So, o-orderan niya ngayon o magbibigay siya ng order kay pancreas, sasabihin niya kay pancreas, pancreas, mataas ang blood glucose level dito sa katawan. So, kailangan mong mag-release ng tinatawag na insulin. So, beta cells in pancreas, yung mga beta cells natin sa ating pancreas, ay magre-release ng insulin. So, hindi ko alam yung Tagalog ng pancreas, no? I-search ko pa, parang apdo. Yung parang ganun. So, bahala na po kayo mag-research kung anong Tagalog ng pancreas. Paki-comment na rin po sa baba para ma-inform niyo ako. Okay. So, yung mga beta cells in pancreas will release insulin to the blood. Insulin. So, anong gagawin ni insulin? Insulin is a type of hormones. So, si insulin ang mag-open ng door para siyang susi doon sa mga cells natin, yung sa mga muscle cells natin. Para yung mga glucose natin, yung mga glucose na kinain natin, yung matatamis, yung mga sugar, ay pumasok doon sa mga cells natin. Okay? Hindi nyo napapansin pag kumain kayo ng matatamis, tumataba kayo. Lalo na yung mga, sorry po sa mga matataba ha. Yung matataba po, mahilig po yan sa carbohydrates, mahilig yan sa mga sweets because yung mga kinakain nila ng glucose ay napupunta sa mga cells. So, you need to exercise para mabawasan yung ano natin sa katawan. Okay? Liver takes up glucose and store it as glycogen. So, eto si insulin, dinadala niya, si liver, dinadala niya yung, kinukuha ni liver yung mga glucose at ginagawa niyang glycogen in terms of energy. Kasi ang carbohydrates kasi or yung mga matatamis, pwede siyang gawing energy. Ini-store yan ng katawan. No? Kaya tingnan niyo yung mga athlete, kumakain yan ng mga healthy candy, yung mga chocolates bago maglaro. Kasi it serves as an energy. Now, so, ibig sabihin, tumaas ang blood glucose level. Dito, ang nangyari dito, nang pumasok na si insulin, yung ibang glucose level ay napunta sa liver, yung ibang glucose. Yung ibang glucose na na-produce ng matatamis na to ay pumasok sa mga cells ng katawan natin, sa mga muscle cells, and napunta sa liver. Kung walang insulin, hindi yun pupunta sa liver, hindi rin yung pupunta dito. Tataas pa rin ang glucose level blood glucose sa katawan. Now, so dahil may insulin na, pumasok siya sa liver, pumasok siya sa muscle cells. And blood glucose decline. So dahil nabawasan na yung mga glucose sa katawan. So magde-decline na siya o mababawasan. And that is the point where you are having a homeostasis. No? Bumalik na kasi sa normal na level ng glucose yung katawan natin. Pag yun ay tumaas, dito sa number 1 ha. Sa number 2, pag bumaba naman, ano naman ang gagawin? Ganun pa rin, ano? Pag bumaba, madedetect pa rin ng katawan natin. Halimbawa, yung blood glucose level falls. Ayan, bumaba siya. Kulang ka ng sugar sa katawan o blood glucose. So, ang mangyayari sa'yo, manghihina ka. No? Parang wala kang energy. Yan yung nangyayari. Pero, hindi magtatagal at makaka-recover din ang katawan mo because your body will respond. So, si brain, mag-respond si brain, utusan niya si pancreas ulit na mag-release ng tinatawag na glucagon. Kasi nga, mababa yung glucose level mo, syempre, magre-release ka ng glucagon. Alpha cells in pancreas release glucagon. And then, what will happen after the glucagon is released? Liver breaks down glycogen and releases glucose. So, si liver mo ang magpo-provide ng glucose through glucagon. Yung liver natin ang magpo-produce. And then, pag nag-produce na siya ng blood glucose, tataas na yung level ng blood glucose natin sa katawan. And then, mamimit mo ulit yung tinatawag nating homeostasis. Now, if the brain is not doing his job, hindi yun magagawa ni pancreas, hindi yun magagawa ni pancreas, hindi magagawa ni liver, hindi magagawa ni liver. It always starts with the brain. Okay, that is one of the reasons why endocrine system and nervous system are working hand in hand. No? They work as one to maintain homeostasis. This is just one of the examples. So, and anyway, ano ba dito, no? Ano ba yung mga sitwasyon sa buhay natin na kailangan ng balanse para magkaroon tayo ng healthy lifestyle? So, binigyan ko na kayo ng idea. Okay. Now, post-test natin. Direction. Read each question carefully. Write your answer on the answer sheet provided. Which of the following is not a gland in the endocrine system? Naku, sobrang dali. Dinalian ko talaga yung LAS kasi pag nakita ng bata na nahihirapan siya at hindi niya maintindihan, iiwanan niya yan. Mamamapya yan sa answer key. No? So, ito wala po itong answer key because I know that if they are going to read this one, they will understand kung ano yung nangyayari, kung ano yung ginagawa nila. Okay? So, ito po yung ating So, maraming salamat po sa mga viewers natin. Thank you po. I hope na makatulong po ito sa inyo, no? Lalong-lalo na sa mga parents natin. Kasi naghahanap talaga sila ng teacher inside their home. Minsan kasi hindi nila na-meet yung requirement ng pagiging isang guro. Naguguluhan din sila sa kung paano sasagutan ng kanilang mga anak yung kanilang mga modules. Kaya sana po ito ay maging daan para mapadali ang buhay natin pare-parehas. No? So, keep watching, keep learning, and wala pong sukuan. No? Kayang-kaya niya to, grade 10. Maraming salamat po. Huwag niyo pong kalimutang mag-subscribe sa channel ko. Thank you po ulit. See you sa next video.